on Nova 100.
Jason Lauren with you this morning. Clint's here from the newsroom as well. And this morning, just waking up listening to your news, Clint, I was like, bloody hell, again. In 2024, there's so much to worry about as a parent, and then you hear a story like this. A teenage boy's been arrested after 50 girls at Bacchus Marsh Grammar had fake AI nude images of them created and circulated on social media. Years 9 to 12, the girls are from.
So is that it's using their faces from public photos from the internet or
so someone's
someone's
gone to their Instagram page, chopped out their face, put it through some sort of AI technology. I don't really understand how it works, and then it creates a
on
nude
someone
photo.
else's body, right?
But just like
it's terrifying for parents.
Whether it's real or not,
humiliating for the kids as well.
Absolutely, to have photos like that circulated through the school. Since then, a teenage boy has been arrested.
So why is this happening? We've got an expert in this morning. Susan McLean worked in the Victoria Police Force for near on 27 years. She's now a cyber safety expert. Susan, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
How concerning is this?
Like, it's really concerning, and my heart goes out to those girls. The fact that someone who they probably thought they could trust took these photos off their social media platforms and then manipulated them into nude AI images is just abhorrent.
So when you say someone they trust, technically it could be someone they've never met, right? Like, it could, any Joe Blog could have access to their social pages if they're public and get their face and make them AI?
Correct. That could happen. But when we see it that is a school-based event, if you like,
Yep.
it is nearly 99% another student at the school.
Yeah, right.
Right. And
What's
so
the point? Like, why would you target a whole group from one school if you weren't there to see the harm?
And so these images, because we've seen them not just with school kids, we've seen with celebrities, we've seen it with lots of people.
Yeah.
If you're looking at it, you can't tell it's not real, right?
No. Look, people still talk about Photoshop, and Photoshop was pretty good, but you could normally tell the head was different to the body.
Yeah.
With AI, I mean, there's degrees of AI, and there's some AI that I would look at and go, yeah, that's fake. But most of it, the good AI, and the good AI is free, like it doesn't cost you anything to have these programs, you cannot discern it to the naked eye.
Yeah,
it is extremely realistic.
So this is technology. This is the way the world is going. All of this is readily available to kids, to adults, to anybody. How do we stop it? Are our rules and laws here in Victoria and in Australia tough enough?
Have they caught up with technology?
Yeah, look, I won't say caught up 100%, but we're better than many parts of the world. Generating a naked image of a child is classed as child abuse material, regardless whether it's a cartoon, an anime, or real or AI.
Right.
So we do have that covered.
Even if another child creates it themselves?
Absolutely, because you are considered legally responsible for your actions from the age of 10.
Right.
From the age of 10 to 14, the police then have to prove that you knew what you were doing is wrong before charges can be laid. But certainly, young people, when we have a children's court, young people are presented before the court on a daily basis. And I think we need to send a very quick and clear message that this is not only disrespectful, hurtful and horrible, it is criminal and there will be consequences. No questions asked, no slap on the wrist. You know that this is wrong.
Yeah,
100%.
Susan, so 50 female students in this case have been impacted from years 9 to 12. From your experience, your vast experience, how harmful can this be?
Horrible. Like, no one is going to know the mental health impact on an individual victim, and that's going to come down to a lot of things. But even the most resilient, mentally well young person cannot help but be affected by this. And we've seen with the crime of sextortion that targets predominantly teenage boys that previously mentally well young people are taking their own lives because of the fact that nude images are being threatened to be released on the internet. I can see this type of behaviour ending in tragedy, unfortunately.
That's what scared the hell out of me when I read it this morning. I'm like, as a parent, I'm scared enough about my kids being teased at school, and then the way technology is going. Because, like, in all honesty, how easy is it to create these sort of photos?
Really easy. I looked at an AI generator program on the computer recently, and it was as simple as uploading a couple of photos, pressing a button, and then it would give you a whole lot of options that you could tweak.
Well, just quickly, the companies that are releasing these apps, are they responsible in any way in the eyes of the law?
Well, no, because their argument will be, not my fault that my product was misused.
Yeah.
That's the line that they will take. But we need the social media platforms to try to, they should be identifying nude images, AI or otherwise, and should be either blocking them or, they do remove them very, very quickly, but we need to do better at that, because the harm occurs the longer the images is online and the wider the spread. So if we can get it removed quickly, we can reduce some of the harm.
So, Susan, how do we stop it? Is it parents talking to children? Is it schools taking responsibility? To mums and dads driving to work this morning thinking, oh my gosh, this could happen to my child, or this, someone that my child knows might do this. How do we educate these kids to try and stop this stuff from happening?
Yeah, so we need comprehensive education in schools, absolutely. But we need parents, it's interesting, the parents driving to school going, oh my God, this could happen to my child. Yes. But there'll be parents that are driving now that will be going, oh, not my kid. My kid wouldn't do that. This happened, I can guarantee, in a home on a parent's watch.
Yeah.
So it is a parent's responsibility to know what their child is doing online, who they're doing it with, and to ensure that A, they are safe, and B, not inflicting harm on someone else. So everyone has a role to play. It's not just, one particular demographic, but parents need to step up to the mark. Your sons are watching pornography. We know that that's happening in primary school, and you need to be the voice of reason, respect.
I think the kids need to know the consequences as well.
I was about to say, I'm going to push back on you a little bit here, Sharon. Sorry, I'm just going to push back on you a bit here, Susan, because I sit here and go, yeah, it's our responsibility, but you can't watch your kid 24/7. Like what Loz is sort of saying, they need to see the implications being very harsh if they go down that route.
Oh, absolutely. And no parent can watch 24/7. But, you don't allow your kids with phones and devices in bedrooms and bathrooms. You do have a set of rules about technology use. You do regularly check their devices, know their passcodes and passwords. It doesn't mean nothing will happen, and it doesn't mean you'll see everything. But you're having a crack at it. You cannot live in La La Land and think, not my kids.
No, I agree.
There also comes a stage where you surely have to empower your kids.
Exactly.
As well.
It's not easy, mate. I turn my back for a second and they've grabbed the phone. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Sorry, I was just going to say, Susan, thanks so much for your insight this morning. We do really appreciate it. Susan McLean from Cyber Safety Solutions, and it's worth noting for kids in cars, Kids Helpline, 1800 551 800 is the number to call if you are in strife.
I think Susan was right when she said that, the kids that are doing it, they need the rules and the laws to crack down.
Yeah.
But other kids need to be aware of the consequences if you do this stuff. Because kids can do dumb things.
Absolutely, Loz.
And if they think that it's dumb and they think it's funny and they think that it's just a bit of school banter, teasing other kids at school, it's a criminal offence.
To a certain degree, it's a bit old school, but they need the shit scared out of them in this regard. It's like, you do this, you'll go to jail. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, it's scary.
Gonna be a good day. Jason Lauren.
Wake up feeling good.
On Nova 100.
Jason Lauren.
Follow them on socials. Nova.